Hello and welcome to Unhinged Magi. The craziness. We haven't been here for a while, but well, I'm back here and we're gonna get a video up. All right, so what we're gonna be talking about today is open or not open, because I'm open boosters, and then that's the thing, right? Because people will always ask me, why do you open the packs? You're never gonna get your money out and all that kind of stuff. Or they say, hey, just open the packs because you open packs. Makes sense, right? Because if you're spending thousands of dollars to buy stuff to open, then you should just shut up and open the packs. I get that a lot. But anyways, all right, so do you open it? Oh my gosh, this is Tempest. Oh my gosh, a sealed box of Tempest. And you turn it into this? Yes, it's an open box of Tempest. Woo, Tempest cards for days. Well, when you sit down and you open a box of Tempest, you got to realize you're not going to make any money. That is the first thing you need to do, right? You open that box, you have to go in with the expectations of making nothing, right? You will lose. It's in the cards. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. You should hold on. Even though Tempest has gone way down in price. It's like $7,900 or something online now. It's way lower than it used to be. But you know what? That's Tempest for you. It cratered like a rock, which is fine because we're in a consolidation phase. But that's not the topic of this. Should you go ahead and open it? And the answer is no. You should leave it sealed because it'll go up faster. Craziness. However, why do people open these things? Well, first off, it's because of the memories, the nostalgia. They enjoy it. In fact, many people watch the channel just because they hope that I open something of their vintage era. But a lot of people say, hey, you know what? I know it, open boosters. You make so much money off of YouTube. All right, well, you know, maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. Let's go with the dark pack, right? The last dark pack I opened, boom, $15. Yes, indeed, that was fantastic. So that should pay for the $112 booster pack, because if I went out there, bought a loose pack from somewhere, it'd be costing me $150. And if I get 15 bucks, that must mean I make a profit of negative $100. Craziness. Because not mentioning the rare that I actually pulled out, or because I pulled out Ball Lightning. Now, Ball Lightning, man, it sells for gangbusters, around $30. Crazy. In near mint condition, but in fact, this was from a sealed booster pack. Now, I can send it off for grade. Now, I used to be able to send it off for grade for like $15 per card, plus shipping and insurance, but I send in 100 cards at a time, and that's why it only cost me $15. So I can get grades on each little spot, you know, centering, surface, all the 9 yards. So you get that. Right, and then when you get your card back, you can get a grade 9, because I don't think this would grade a 9.5. I think it will grade a 9, and you will get $161 back for your 15. And since I send in so many, the shipping and handling covers about an extra dollar, so about maybe $16 to $18 for total grading all in. And so that sounds pretty good. However, Beckett's not accepting any cards anymore. So there's that, so I can't even send it in. So, you know, it's going to sit there for a while because they're not taking any more cards, right? For now anyways. And then we got PSA, not able to take cards either. And so all the cards are kind of sitting there, and then the card values of everything is going up. Graded cards are going up, and that's a good thing for graded cards. Will they come down? Maybe, as people send in more cards to grade. So that is actually one of the reasons that sealed boxes like these, or like this one, this is a dark box, boop, yay, dark box that's sealed, is going up in price, but not right now. We're in a consolidation phase, so maybe you should think about picking up a box that you might want. I'm just saying, so it can sit on your shelf and have a good time. But these people are buying boxes, opening them, and sending them in for grade. And why wouldn't they? When you can sell a book of Rash for $43, that covers most of the pack value, right? So buying individual packs like this, cracking it, get a book of Rash, Send it in, get a good grade, and you sit on it. But what about like Shadowmoor? Shadowmoor, you know, it has some good cards at a $2,000 box. Should I send Shadowmoor cards in? In fact, you should. Yes, that's true. You should send your Shadowmoor cards in. So eventually, since they were mint condition, they should come back a 9.5 or a 10. You might get a 10, you never know. But usually it's 9.5 or a 9. These cards eventually will start to rise. Even Tempest, you can send your Tempest cards in. Tempest cards going in, right? You can send Exodus cards in. And when you send these in, they will come back and they'll be a 9.5, and eventually somebody will want it. I mean, Book of Rash, $43, graded condition. That's crazy, right? It's a Book of Rash, for crying out loud. But $43 for a graded one? Some people will hook that up because they want the graded set, right? And you have to have those smaller cards in order to actually get there. It's a thing. You send them in, and then you wait until the price goes up, right? So that you get your money back for the booster pack that you opened that you lost on. So yes, did I lose money on the dark pack? For sure. Do I have to send in the Ball Lightning to be graded? Absolutely. Otherwise, I won't get any money back. That's the thing. That's the trick, right? So you have to open, you have to send them in for grade. And then eventually, it may not be this year, it may not be next year, but eventually you'll get your money back, in theory, right? The older the pack, the older the cards, the faster they will rise. Because people do want sets of everything. Foils are obviously king-dingling, you know, special. Now, do you send in everything? Sometimes. Most of the times I don't send in everything. It depends on if I can get a special deal. You know, if I send in 1,000 cards, will they reduce the price? And you have to call them and say, hey, if I send in 1,000 cards, will you lower the price? And most of the time they will, because you're sending in so many freaking cards. So that's a good thing, and that makes it go lower, and that, you know, you get a better price. So is this good, right? But wait, there's like one more thing that I haven't told you. People like to put these out for display. They are actually art pieces. That's the fantasticness too. They sit around and they look good. See? I mean, you see the art that's on this? Boom. Wouldn't you want to see this shitting on yourself? Sitting on your shelf? Not the other thing I think I just said. But are there any boxes out there that I can just rip open and make money? Well, no, not really. The closest in current time where you can just rip it open and make money is Zendikar Rising. And no, that's not product placement. That's just the truth. Zendikar Rising is insane, right? It's crazy to me in Value Town because it's still at $210. But the cheapest box that I've opened so far is $220. So that tells me these things are huge value. And I opened garbage, all right? And that got $220. So these things are good, right? So eventually these boxes are gonna be like $300 a box. I'm guaranteeing that now. It's gonna be for sure, right? Because, I mean, you open a mediocre box, you're looking at $260. You open a terrible box, you're looking at $220. So, I don't know. These boxes are just like crazy. I'm not talking about what I just opened because those two last boxes were nuts. I don't even know if I put up Zendikar Rising yet for the last one I opened because it was similar to the Cavern of Souls, and I was like, what? That's like crazy. But if you haven't seen those are weird. Well, anyways, so yes, these I highly recommend. That's it. All right, I don't recommend Modern Horizons because you're not going to get your money out of that unless you're doing the set booster boxes, and you can find it cheap. For Modern Horizon 2, for the set booster boxes, that's just weird. It actually, if you can get it cheap enough, you sometimes can score a patent. But Double Masters, it's risen, and so there is a loss ratio. However, you do have a lot of down. You have, it's like a 50-50 chance at its current price point, which is really cool. Still, 50-50 chance for a gamble is good. You're guaranteed not to win if you open up Tempest. Guaranteed not to win if you open up Urza Saga. Guaranteed not to win if you open up Shadowmoor. Guaranteed Exodus. Guaranteed not to win. But if you grade those cards, I'm telling you, it's a good thing, all right? So if you grade those cards, it's probably going to go up over time, all right? So that's the thing. You have to be able to wait to put them up, and that's a thing, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and show you one more thing, all right? And it's one of those things that I think is the most important thing about just having sealed product around. All right, be right back. Tell me that, you know, when we show it on the channel, it's like flexing, right? But really, I come in here if I'm having a bad day and just stand in here and look around, right? Because this is kind of the room that I come in and I can just go, because I look at this and I look at all the fun that we've had over the years, right? You know, and it's just a fun room, you know. There's dark steel back there and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of this is just more like relaxation. You come in here, you can just take a breath, you look around at all your stuff. It's pretty, it's what you enjoyed, it's your passion. And that's why people like to buy it and set it up and put it up. And it makes fun. It has everything in here. And so it's just very relaxing, you know? So, you know, I don't know. So I don't really consider this flexing at all. This is my room and I want to share it to you guys when you actually get to see it, you know, and it's kind of fun, you know. So there you go. So that's pretty much it. Yes, keeping it sealed, you maintain your value and you can actually enjoy your items as they just sit there, and you know, they're just like having pieces of artwork around. And then opening, well, it is priceless because it releases the memories. However, you won't have the value. So sometimes you just have to make choices and that kind of stuff. All right. So hit the like button, subscribe, make a comment. This was Open Boosters here on Unhinged Magi. All right. Talk to y'all again in the future.